It's no coincidence that the first time I went to a football match was the first time I heard homophobic abuse. I didn't know what it was or what it meant, I was just told it was language I shouldn't use. I was only 8 years old, so I didn't take much notice as football was all I wanted to do. So every weekend growing up would be match of the day, followed by playing a game or two. But in my teens I started to feel a bit different, and something wasn't quite the same. Suddenly those insults on the pitch felt personal, and I had this overwhelming sense of shame. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, I probably thought it was just a phase. But it wasn't long before I hung up my boots for a bit, because my love of the game had changed. When I came out properly in my early 20s, I remember one of the first things said by my dad. He asked, "Is this why you stopped playing football?" And I think subconsciously it was exactly that. See, I knew I didn't really feel safe to be myself, and football wasn't an inclusive space. There was no representation of people like me, I thought I was never going to find my place. Until a few years later, I heard of LGBTQ+ football, which to be honest, I thought was a myth. I never thought there'd be a safe environment where my sexuality and passion could coexist. But it wasn't long before I found a local team and didn't hesitate to enlist. It helped reignite my love for the game, which was something I'd always missed. Yet outside of that space, the love is still unrequited and I just don't know where I fit. The homophobia is more than prevalent, the abuse and the insults still exist. And I have to hide who I am in football environments more often than I care to admit. I'd never dare hold hands at a match, and I'm always conscious of where it's safe to sit. But nowadays I know that won't stop me from playing again, or from ever giving the game up. Because as a queer person going through life, you're kinda used to getting pushed and shoved. And just like any challenge or obstacle that comes our way, we play on and we rise above. So every time I kick a football, I do it for that 8-year-old kid who couldn't help what he loved.